Do we need to have a CDC meeting soon? Probably should.
Probably.
Let me do some of it now, and then I'll send out an email. Does that work?
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, fine, let's move it. I can just announce it, we can move it later.
Move it now. Move what?
Well, it's not till 20.
Oh, yeah, you can just announce by.
I'll just announce it tonight and make
Okay.
sure, and I'll just make sure it's okay.
Send Brian an email.
Yeah. Next Monday work?
I don't think that's gonna work for me.
Call the meeting to order. First item is the consent agenda. Entertain a motion for the consent agenda.
I move we approve the consent agenda.
I second.
Then moving second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed nay. Motion passes. All right. Kramer. So this is, I had this done kind of a little bit different than last couple of years, but this is your plaque in appreciation of your years of service to the city of Baldwin City, Kansas, serving as council member. We came on together, so it's been a privilege getting to know you, becoming friends, working on numerous projects together. But on this specific plaque, and I'll show the council, Brian, we worked pretty hard at the 150th. We didn't get to completely fulfill it because of the pandemic, but we had the front and back of the coins.
Oh,
It's
that's
nice
neat.
very nice.
On there put on for Brian, so kind of a, to show your service for that, so. Then you get to take that too. So, thank you so much for your service, we appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, everybody here, staff, and thank you, council. It's been a good 4 years. The last 2 years have been really enjoyable. The first 2 were pretty crazy.
Indeed.
I wish you the best of luck these next couple years. Some of you are here for 4. Mr. Jerry, I wish you luck too for the next 4 years.
And thank you for your service to the community.
I loved every minute of doing this, believe it or not, and I look forward to seeing what you guys will do. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Like I said, everybody's touched.
All right, Mr. Smith and Mr. Glover,
All right,
step up front here.
come on up. Where do you want us, right here? You good? All right.
Really?
Okay, go ahead and raise your right hand, sir. I, Jerry Smith,
I, Jerry Smith,
according to KSA 754308,
according to KSA 5478808,
close enough, do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I'll support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of
and
Kansas,
the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and faithfully discharge the duties
and faithfully discharge the duties
of council member of the city of Baldwin City, Kansas.
of the council member of the city of Baldwin City, Kansas.
Perfect.
Does that
Congratulations.
mean we're married or
That
anything?
we are. You only have.
I think you gotta come over here.
Yeah, you got to take your seat over here, and we'll get you to sign this at the end here.
Where's the signature? Yeah.
All right, folks, I'm
Welcome
here.
aboard.
Councilwoman Pitts. Go ahead and raise your right hand. I, Susan Pitts,
I, Susan Pitts,
according to KSA 754308,
according to KSA 7530,
4308.
4308.
do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and faithfully discharge the duties of council member
and faithfully discharge the duties of council member
of the City of Baldwin City,
of the
Kansas.
City of Baldwin City, Kansas.
Welcome to another 4 years.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor? Yeah, I'm going to say his really fast. Raise your right hand. I, Casey Semino,
I, Casey Semino,
according to KSA 754308,
according to KSA 753408,
close, do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I'll support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and the Constitution of the State of Kansas,
and faithfully discharge the duties of council member,
and faithfully discharge the duties of mayor
there you go, probably need to correct that on this, of the City of Baldwin City,
of
Kansas.
the City of Baldwin City, Kansas.
All right, welcome to another 4 years. Wipe that part out.
It's spelled right?
I think we went 0 for 3 on the statute.
Yeah, that statute needs to be
Everybody know who I am.
Just tilt it a little bit there.
Okay.
Mayor.
Yeah.
Next is approval of the agenda. I have a motion to approve the agenda.
I move we approve the agenda.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion passes. Nobody's here for public comment, so we'll skip down to new business. Every year, we have to elect a council president. So that is up to you four council members.
I move to elect Corey Venable as president of City Council. I've done phenomenal work with the Main Street program, with the Bauer Building, and we just have a passion for Baldwin City I don't think can be beat.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion passes. Next, council committee reports. Finance, no change. CDC, no change, so Finance, Scott and Corey. CDC, Corey and Susan. Public Safety will be Susan and Jerry, Public Safety Committee. And Public Works will be Julie and Jerry. And then we are going to eliminate the Legislative Committee. Any questions on that?
Yeah, I'll go back through that again.
Finance is Scott and Corey. CDC, Community Development Committee, is Corey and Susan. Public Safety is Susan and Jerry. And Public Works is Julie and Jerry.
Thank you.
There's no questions. Next item under new business is the cost of living adjustment that we do annually. Glenn, if you want to just give a quick synopsis of this for council.
Yeah, like you said, we do this annually, and what we normally do is look at the consumer price index for the Midwest region. I gave you what they have available here in December. We usually go January to December. There's a lot of numbers in here, and there's a handy dandy little chart at the bottom here. What we traditionally done is taken that consumer price index, and if you look at the second paragraph, the last sentence, it says the index for all items less food and energy is 5%. And the reason they take that out and they give you the blue dashed line is because food and energy is the most volatile. So traditionally we've taken that out and just gone with the consumer price index minus that. Otherwise it'd be 7.3, 5.0 exactly is without food and energy. So that's typically what we use in the past, and all the information below is all the numbers that lead up to that consumer price index. So we usually enact that in January. That's been our tradition going forward. So that's the recommendation to go with 5%. It's higher than it's been the past few years. We've been around 1 or 2% because inflation has been low until 2021. It has increased. So
Glenn,
anyway.
what did we have budgeted for this? Didn't we have around 9% budgeted?
Yeah, totally, because what we do for employees is we look at merit as well as the cost of living, which we know is coming. So The fortunate thing is our health insurance didn't increase dramatically like we thought it might with all the COVID stuff. That did not really happen. Because a lot of that, I think, was covered by the federal government. That's what our insurance company's telling us. So we kind of got lucky on that one. So yeah, 5% would be within our scope.
But I guess what I'm getting at is, I think when we spoke about it in our meeting, this was actually below the budgeted amount that we had.
It'd be slightly below. Yeah, we actually thought it'd be more than this.
Yeah,
So,
so, just for the council's
yeah.
information. With that, any questions for Glenn?
So does that adjust the salary schedule we just approved? How does that work?
Well, the schedule basically deals with the brackets, so they stay as they are. So what,
Okay.
everybody just across the board, we get a 5% increase.
We don't raise the minimum or the maximum?
No,
Okay,
no, you've already adopted that.
gotcha.
So,
This covers all city employees,
all city employees,
including law enforcement officers?
correct. Yes.
So the follow-on question is, if somebody is maxed out, then this increase wouldn't apply?
The cost of living would, the merit would, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that's typically the way, I mean, you would still get the cost of living, but that's it. That's all you would get.
Gotcha.
Your merit would not increase if you were maxed out. That's correct.
At what point do you max out?
We have brackets for each one of our categories of employees. So you have a minimum and a maximum. If you're at the maximum, no matter how good you do on your merit, you will not get any more in your pay. It'll just be the COLA.
Any other questions for Glenn on this agenda item? If not, I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion, it's 5%.
Chair's motions, is there a second?
Second.
Moved in second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion passes. Next, council committee reports, budget and finance, Scott.
We didn't have one at the last meeting. Next meeting is Friday at 7:45. This Friday at 7:45 at the City Hall, second floor.
Community development, Corey.
Have not met since last meeting. Still have a little bit of an update though, just kind of a continuous one on the Bauer, obviously now called the Community Center fundraising campaign. Lynn has got some brochures printed off. We're gonna be meeting at this next meeting. It is scheduled for the 25th, but we're gonna move that up, 24th. We're gonna be moving that up, so be stay tuned for that. We'll try and find us something. We need to meet a little sooner than that. I think the kind of mood of the last CDC meeting was to maybe have some kind of an event to kick off some fundraising as well, as doing it online and face-to-face type deal. So we have some organizing to do and want to get that moving. But 24th on the schedule, but
Does Monday work for you guys?
she said it didn't.
Oh, it
Not for
does.
me,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'd still like to keep it within that week, maybe, if we can move it
Yeah.
around. I need to get an email out, and
Okay.
we'll come, but let's try to meet next week and find the time to get going on that,
Okay.
now that it's after the holiday.
Mhm.
That'll work. Public safety, Susan.
We have not met. Next meeting is scheduled for January 11th, 4 o'clock, City Hall.
Jerry, did you get that?
Then to where the 11th is.
4 o'clock. All right, Julie's not here for Public Works. So, any comments from staff?
What's a lot going on in Public Works. And I think the next meeting is not this Thursday, but next Thursday. If I remember the schedule right.
Prepare me mentally here a little bit. When you talk about having a meeting for Public Works, what are you referring to?
The committee with staff,
The staff of the Public Works Department
Public Works and Public Utilities,
and the two of us?
and you and Julie.
Okay, is there a certain particular thing that we discuss, or?
Julie usually will send you out a agenda or have an agenda there, or staff can just bring things to the committee as they need answers or something brought to the council that needs to be worked on before it moves up to this body, the whole body, to be voted on.
Okay, thank you.
So as far as council, new council you know, I think that would help some of these, we
Yeah.
can kind of talk in more detail.
So next Tuesday,
Okay.
we're gonna have a work session with Blake and Dakota on kind of the orientation of the council, so that way, every time we get a new council member, Jerry, we go through kind of a small orientation, so everybody can get on the same page, ask questions, follow the law. So next Tuesday, American Legion at 7 o'clock will be a work session for that, where Blake and Dakota will.
I found that to be pretty helpful, because I had a lot of questions coming in, and that we got all of them answered well.
Work?
What's the date? What's that date?
11.
That's the 11th?
Yep.
7.
So we have a meeting at 4 o'clock on the 11th and again at 7 o'clock on the 11th.
Mhm. All right.
Go say it, go ahead and say it. Don't sit over there and smile.
Welcome to the council.
You got something I need to know, or you want to say it?
I just said it, Mr. Smith. Welcome.
But no, that ain't Mr. Smith, I ain't messing.
All right, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
So moving second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion passes, we're adjourned.